Dear students, today we are going to discuss part 3 of your lesson Fun with Magnets. What are the properties of magnets? If you are using a magnet without knowing the property, you cannot make use of the magnet. There are two properties of a magnet. You can see those two properties on my slide. A freely suspended magnet always points in the north-south direction. Is the first property. The second property is like magnetic poles repel each other and unlike magnetic poles attract each other. So now I will explain both these properties with the help of examples. First we'll see the first property, a freely suspended magnet always points in the north-south direction. For that, I have one figure here. You can see the arrangement given with the help of a stand and clamp. And you need a bar magnet and thread for performing this activity. Okay, so you can see this is the clamp and you need a thread. The thread is tied to a bar magnet. On those you have south and north directions labeled. Once you are leaving this, so first you have to tie the thread to a bar magnet, then you are hanging to the clamp, then leaving freely. So you should not touch the bar magnet for performing this activity. After hanging, leave it freely. What happens next? So once you're leaving, it may stand in this direction or this direction. So you can expect it will be rotating as it is freely pivoted. It can be rotating in different directions. You have to wait for a minute. Depends on what is the condition of this bar magnet or how many rotations it is taking to align itself or becomes or to become stationary at rest. Okay, so after that moment, once it is at rest, you have to observe the aligning directions of this bar magnet. How is it aligned? Once it comes to rest only, you have to observe, otherwise your results are wrong. Once it is not moving, the movement is completely stopped. That stage is called as at stationary or rest. You just look at the bar magnet. How is it aligned? Then you can see the north pole is aligned in such a way upward direction and opposite to that the south pole. So you have two directions labeled on the bar magnet. So the north pole is called as north seeking pole. Why? Because this is the north direction. It is seeking the direction of north. And just opposite to north you have south seeking pole. South seeking end or south seeking pole. So with help of this property, you can easily find out other directions and make use of this property to find the directions. If you're traveling to a place, with the help of this property, you can make out which direction you are moving or which direction opposite to you or which direction is left or right to you. So we can make use of this property of a freely suspended magnet always points in the north-south direction. Okay. So the same way the sun always rises in the morning, the east direction. So opposite to that, west direction. So using that different directions you can find out. Here only one thing you have to remember. It should be a freely suspended magnet or freely pivoted magnet. We'll move into the second property. What is the second property here? With the same thing, I have one more thing to explain. The working of a compass. I don't know how many of you have seen this compass. So compass is based on the property of this freely suspended magnet always points in north-south directions. So what is a compass? First you should see the structure of the compass. What is the make of this? What are the materials used to make it? Okay, so the base of this compass, this is the base, right? This base is made up of an alloy of copper, that is brass. And on the top you have a glass material for covering, that is made up of glass top. So the top part is glass and the base part is brass. Inside, what are the things present? You have different directions labeled. You can see the different directions and you have a needle. This needle is made up of a magnetic material. It makes to behave like a magnet which can rotate freely on a pivot. This is center point. It is fixed to this center part and it is freely suspended. It is behaving like a freely suspended magnet. Then after that there is a covering made up of glass. Then you have different directions. You have north, south, and in between north and east you have northeast. Between east and south you have southeast. Between west and south you have southwest. Between north and west you have northwest. So all the directions are labeled there. Now you are walking with the help of compass to some place which you are not sure which direction you have to move. How can you move or how can you proceed, which direction you have to proceed? So with the help of this compass, you're walking with the compass and you stand steady. By leaving the compass in one place, it will show the magnetic needle aligned itself in north-south direction. The first property, that is the freely suspended magnets points in the north-south direction always. So by that way, you can make out which direction you are standing and which direction that place where you have to go is marked in the map. So you can proceed such a way. So it is very helpful in such situations to move. Even our Earth, our planet is also behaving like a magnet. It is having the magnetic power or magnetism in the center portion and it is also behaving like a magnet. Okay, then what is the second property? Here I have one more thing to show. This is even your textbook activity 6, making our own compass. If you don't have a compass, how can you understand the working of a compass with the help of a small materials available at home? You can make use of that to understand this activity. For this, you need a cork or plastic cup, whatever. You're just inserting a magnetized iron needle. What is the meaning of magnetized? If the iron needle is not behaving like a magnet, first you have to take an iron needle. You have to follow the steps for changing this non-magnetic substance into a magnet so that it will be behaving like a magnet. Then just insert this needle through the cork. Why are we selecting the cork? We have to select a material which is floating on water, and once it is fixed, so before when it was fixed, it can be in different direction, can be like this, can be like this, can be like this, different directions, can be any one of the direction. Then you're just leaving. You're taking a plastic container, filling with water and just putting this cork on the top of that. Only one precaution you have to take, one caution you have to take care of this case, that is the needle, the magnetized iron needle should not touch the water level. If you're touching the water level, it will not behave or show its property. Always it should float above the level of water without touching the water. Okay, now you're leaving it, so it starts behaving like the same thing. A magnetized needle can behave like a magnet and showing the property, the first property, aligning itself north-south direction, north seeking pole and south seeking pole. This also you can try at home. The next property is like magnetic poles repel each other, unlike magnetic poles attract. So first, I don't know how many of you remember about the poles, what we have learned in your part 2. You have two poles, like and unlike poles. So like means similar type. That is NN, north, north. SS, south, south. Then what is unlike means? Here like means similar. Unlike means not similar. So that means north, south or south, north. So you have to remember this to understand the second property for repulsion and attraction. Now we'll come to the second property. Like magnetic poles repel, unlike magnetic poles attract. I will draw some diagrams to show you what is this attraction and repulsion. So I have two bar magnets. I'm showing you 4 pairs of bar magnet and with different directions labeled. Some taking 4 pairs of magnet here, A, B, C and D. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to mark the different poles. Okay, north, south, north, south. The next I'm making north, south, south, north. Next I'm making south, north, north, south. Next I'm making south, north, south, north. Okay, so all these are different, no? Yeah. So I have a pair of magnets. In 4 cases I'm going to test, checking for its attraction or repulsion. First case, what happens? First case, what happens? Here you can see the north and south here and north and south here. So I will use the different colors here. I'm using yellow. Okay. Now just concentrate only on, the directions which is closer. So what are the direction closer here? South, north. Here what are the directions closer? South, south. Here what are the 2 directions closer? North, north. Here north, south. Okay, now we got all the directions which is kept closer between these 2 magnets or magnetic pairs. Now checking for whether it is like or unlike. SN means unlike. So unlike poles, what is written here? Attract. So there is attraction between these magnets. These magnets, attraction. Here what happens for this? SS, like poles. So it is undergoing, here it is repulsion. It is not going to attract. Here north same like SS, repulsion. The next is north south. North south means both are unlike or not similar. So you have to here not similar means the same like SN. So it is going for attraction. So very easy. So what are these? Here you have 4 different types of bar magnetic pairs and with different labelings, arrangement, and showing the attraction or repulsion happens. You have to identify by following the second property of a magnet, that is like magnetic poles repel and unlike magnetic poles attract. So it's very easy. Okay, so by this we are finishing this part 3 and we have a few more topics left in this lesson, that is about making your own magnets, how to use a magnet, how to store a magnet, and what is an electromagnet and what are the precautions to handle a magnet. These all the things we will be seeing in your part 4. Thank you.